Yo, Joes, welcome to another G.I. Joe Classified review. This one is courtesy of Micah Lennon. Thank you so much, Micah. Celebrated a birthday this past week. Happy birth week and happy birth month to you, good brother. Thank you so much for this one. Taking a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Trooper, and toy drama is in the air. I have heard a lot of people grumbling about this one, and it is justified in my opinion. This was a Target exclusive, and it left a lot of Joe fans scratching their heads. Why would you make an army builder so hard to get? This one is going for quite a bit more than a lot of the other figures are currently on the aftermarket. I do also understand the frustration of pre-orders being canceled. That does really suck. But I've always said, you know, if your hobby frustrates you, then you need to walk on and find a new hobby. I haven't dealt with any of that pre-order frustration because I don't do pre-orders the day they drop. I kind of hang out in the background, kind of Stinger style, out in the rafters, and when these pre-orders go up, I don't pre-order them. I actually wait a couple weeks or months, and if they're still around by the time I pre-order them, then it's a pretty stress-free experience. But if I jump on them the moment they go up, then yeah, you're gonna end up with some of this foolishness and silliness of canceled pre-orders, which is a huge no-no and needs to stop. That's just going to drive people away. So this one is currently not available anywhere except for aftermarket, and you're going to pay a pretty penny. But there are a whole bunch of classified figures still available on Big Bad Toy Store, so you want to either click the link in the show notes here, or it's also on the main page in the banner. The Big Bad Toy Store link is in the banner there. One figure that has just popped up on Big Bad Toy Store for pre-order is the Cobra Infantry, which is a recolored Cobra Trooper, so there you go. Plastic finds a way. It's not the exact same color scheme, but it is a Cobra Trooper, and it's a fraction of the price of what he's going for on eBay. Estimated time of arrival is March of next year, so it's not going to be all that soon. Could be delayed too, you never know with these pre-orders. But if you're patient, plastic will find a way into your collection. There you go, Cobra Trooper for about 23 bucks. There's a link in the video description here that you can click on and it'll take you right to them. And before I crack this one open, just a little look at the box. Special Mission Cobra Island. Graphic on the front there. Some really cool box art of the Trooper. And the figure looks fantastic in the package. A couple of accessories in there. This is an easy open for me, even with the value that he currently has. I'm definitely going to want to open him because looking at him mint in box here, even though there's a nice window and a great view of the figure, this one, along with all the classified figures, for me are meant to be assembled, put together, and put in amazing poses. Some graphics on the side, and there's the Cobra Island graphic on the back here with, is that a terrordrome or some kind of volcano base? Not sure. And a graphic on the side as well. All right, let's pop this bad boy open. Grab the old X-Acto blade and cut some of the tape off there. I'm sure there's some people out there going, I can't believe he's doing that. But you know, this is the way I look at it. This came out in 2020. This did not come out in 1978 or 1982. This is a brand new product, and I'm going to open it. Here's a little look at the graphic in behind there. That is a terrordrome with a fire bat flying off of it. That does look cool. And here's a look at the Cobra Trooper with all of his goodies freed. First piece right here is, it looks like an armband with a private chevron on here. I've never known Cobra to use military insignias, chevrons, like the sergeant and whatnot, private first class chevrons. So interesting that if you want, you can add this onto your Cobra Trooper. You can just slide it over his hand. It's kind of a bit of a tight squeeze. If it is indeed meant to, oh, that's even a tighter squeeze over the forearm, actually. If it's meant to mimic military chevrons, then this is the way. This is the way. A little bit of Mandalorian. And there we go. Right over the bicep. Looks really nice. I like this little extra little bit of padding that hangs down there too. And in terms of artistic coloration, unity, toy artistry, Eric knows what I'm talking about. You need a little bit of repetition of color in the piece of art, and that's what's going on here. Little red there, repeating, creating a little bit of unity. He's got a little knife as well, really tiny knife. Should fit in the hand. It's a really tiny dagger. It's more like a shiv for prison. Once this guy gets locked up by the Chos, really tiny thing, and let's see if it'll fit. I guess every time I deal with a classified figure, I'm always going to wonder, is it going to be the retail Snake Eyes again with the knife not fitting? But that one fits perfectly, luckily. Nice and snug. I wonder if I could actually lift. Yes, I can. Lift the figure and hold it. It's snug enough, but you give it a little bit of a snap and it'll come right out. So that's awesome. And he also comes with a couple of pistols, handguns. They've got a little trigger loop in there, and the hands have little trigger fingers. So I like to just open the hands up a little bit like that. Hold it for a second if you don't want to go and grab the hair dryer, and that makes it easier to hold. Man, that looks fantastic. That is what we've been waiting for in the 6-inch line. I know the little modern figures could do that too, but it's so much better. Looks so much better in this scale. And you can do a little bit of Chow Yun Fat style. Open that hand up too. Pop in this gun as well. And a little bit of two-gun justice there. Any John Woo fans in the house? You can make your Cobra Trooper look hard-boiled. And the pistols slide out nice and easy as well. He's got two different holsters on here. I like that they're not both on the sides. One in the front pops into there. Hey, that's cool. The barrel, you can actually see it pop through this holster right here. And there's a little Cobra symbol here on the holster too. Really nice fine detail. Little pouch there. Very cool looking vest. The original Cobra Trooper wasn't really wearing a vest, but this is nice. I guess you can take this off. I'm going to pop this other gun in the other holster, which is on the back here. Same idea. There's a hole through it. No Cobra symbol on that holster. And now that I've got both of the guns in, I wonder, like, he doesn't really have enough range to draw. One cool thing I like to do with figures that have a lot of range is to draw, like have the figure pulling the gun out of the holster. And he can't really do it on the front here. What's getting in the way here? It might be this armband a little bit. It might be this knife sheath, which I don't know if he can even... Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that's fantastic. That gives you a great idea of the range here. But in terms of the gun, can't really get there. As far as the back one, can he reach? Oh man, that's so cool. That's awesome. Can reach all the way around the back, so you can have him reaching for both pistols at the same time in a very unique way. Usually it's going at the hip holsters both at the same time, but this one has one on the chest and one on the back, and it's got a couple of other accessories as well. He also includes a pair of goggles, really weird looking goggles too, with little lines running up and down through them, and they can be worn either on his head. This guy almost he looks so cool. He looks better than just a no-name Cobra Trooper. I guess if you could get more than one of them, you could have one wearing the helmet and just be a no-name Cobra Trooper. And this guy could like almost be another, like a saboteur style of character, like Firefly. That's a pretty cool look for a guy with the goggles on the head. They'll swing down too and go over the eyes. That's really, really awesome. I like how that looks. It's also got a helmet, which can be put on nice and snug while the goggles are on. And let's see, if you pull the goggles off, be careful with these. They're pretty thin. Finally, I can't believe it's taken this long, but finally getting the Cobra Trooper's helmet on, and now he's a Cobra Trooper. That's the iconic look. I'm instantly curious if the goggles will fit over the helmet. And they might, but I'm not going to risk it. That looks like too far a stretch for too thin material. And so I'm not going to worry about that. One thing you could try is just having the goggles hanging around his neck down like that. That actually looks pretty cool. If you don't want to just have them hanging like off of the blade, or you can't really fit it through there. This is all connected. So I kind of like how that looks, just hanging around his neck, sort of like Duke's binoculars, Slugger's monocular. That looks cool. Couple of more accessories. He comes with some machine guns. This looks like a sniper rifle, machine gun and a sniper rifle. And they've got this post right here like Snake Eyes had. So he's got the backpack post up here, which rides a little high. But instead of a backpack, they've just put some backpack posts in his vest. So you can plug this post into the vest. That looks a little bit better. And can you put them both in at the same time? If you put the sniper rifle over here, it's kind of bumping into his pistol right here. And yeah, it does fit. I thought this would be a tight squeeze, but they do have enough room between the clip of the sniper rifle and the machine gun. That's nice and snug. That's in there nice, and unlike Snake Eyes, it's not adding a ton of weight to the back of the figure. Snake Eyes became very back heavy when you put his backpack on and his sword sheath. This one, it doesn't really affect him all that much. Let's take a look and see what he looks like with the sniper rifle. This is an issue right here because this part is connected, the stock to the handle. It's going to be a little bit more challenging to get that thumb in there. You have to kind of go in from the side there. Luckily the hand comes off, so you can pull it out partially in order to get it on there and pop this hand onto the rifle to steady it. These thumbs are really like dug in, so it's making it a little trickier to grip the weapon than most figures. But he can easily hold a rifle with two hands. And when it comes to a sniper rifle, the big question is he going to be able to line it up with his eye? And what I'm encountering right now trying to do this is if I get one hand, the other hand pops off. And then when I get the other hand on, the first hand pops off. So it might actually be easier to just pull the hands out, get the hands on there, then position the arms the way you want them, and line everything up. So let's get this first hand in there. Let's get the second hand. I think he's going to have to hold it right about here. And there's that thumb, once again, not wanting to grab the rifle where it should be grabbing. So this hand is a little bit of an issue. It's not wanting to hold it properly. I want to get the one arm with the elbow up high, the other arm low. So let's pop these back in. Let's try to line the eye up. It doesn't look like you're going to be able to get the eye right next to the scope. The stock is hitting the shoulder. And, well, maybe if you tuck it in like that, but the problem with that is he's pointing up then. And then we pop this hand back in the forearm. And there we go, taking pot shots at sky strikers and dragonflies. And he also includes the submachine gun, which I think should be a lot easier to put in the hand and have the second hand grab and steady. And you can have your Cobra Trooper open fire on the Joes and miss every shot. Now I'm curious just how difficult it is to get the vest off. So let's take this stuff off and look for the connection point. There's usually a point where everything flaps together. And this vest doesn't seem to have that. There's no flap, there's no nub that plugs in like on the anniversary figures. This is just one solid round piece apparently. So if you want to get this vest off, you're going to have to probably go up overhead, I believe, like pull it off this way. Man, that's on there really snug. So that's not something I'm going to risk doing, because in the past when I've tried to get things off that fit that tight, I've torn them or put those. Sometimes even worse than a complete tear is that partial tear. You remember Rambo Coleco figures, where the belt would have that little partial tear and then you're just wondering when it's going to completely tear. So in terms of the vest, doesn't look like it's a really easy thing to pop off. But I did notice while searching for that connection point, there's another little Cobra symbol right on the back there. And here's a comparison with the original Cobra Trooper. They've got the color almost perfect. This one, when you compare them side by side, this one instantly looks more purple. I was thinking, oh great, a blue Cobra Trooper. And now it's like a purple Cobra Trooper when you get them side by side. Not as many original details carried over as some of the other classified figures. There's another Cobra symbol. They're hidden all over the place, right on his hand. So the original one actually did have a gun on his front strap there. So that's one of the things that they did carry over. The original one had some silver coloration gear on his arms. I mean, the big thing is the black mask. Black mask carried over. Similar style of helmet as well, just more detail thanks to the bigger scale. Totally different harness, different boots. The knee pads are surprisingly smaller on the classified figure. The original one had some big bulky knee pads, and they've gone with smaller knee pads. That the original one, the knee pads actually strapped all the way around the calf, and these are just, I guess, attached to the front of the pants. And this guy does have a play feature. When he hears the commander scream retreat, he makes like a true Cobra Trooper and advances to the rear. Big thanks to everyone providing the channel Patreon power. Thank you for supporting the channel, and welcome to new Patreon tribe member Scott Massey. Want to also welcome new channel members, Capnus1228 and Doug Martin. Thanks for hitting the join button, good brothers. So what do you think of the new classified Cobra Trooper? Yes, we all know what we think of limited quantities of potential army builders and also how ridiculous the price of this guy goes for, but what do you like about him? Leave a thought in the comment spot, and to join the tribe, hit subscribe. Yo, Joe!